Hello Internet, my name is Ben, and I often go by Ned or Nedaula online. Today we're going to check out Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, the anime. Now I've seen the 1995 animated full-length feature film that is kind of a prequel or precursor to this film. From what I understand, does lead directly into this. It might not, and that just might be a misunderstanding on my part, but that's what I know. The version I saw was the 2008 Ghost in the Shell 2.0 remaster, where they updated effects, added some things. It looked gorgeous. One of the things that always stood out to me about 80s and 90s anime is the art style was very cohesive, very gorgeous, very fluid motion. This is an anime I would see on Adult Swim and Toonami late at night as a kid, and never really had a chance to see it start to finish. And I was always kind of in love with the cyberpunk aspects to this. The voice acting at that time was very well done, and it just looked gorgeous and was something I was always had interest in and just never got around to watching. That being said, I have recently watched the first episode again of this. It was been about a year and a half since that, but I have seen it recently enough to where this episode's probably just going to remind me of a lot of what had me interested in this anime to begin with, and the things that I was attached to, or why I'm coming back to it now. I say we get into episode 1. I do like this intro being full 3D, and the filter I have over top of it actually kind of helps this age. Reminds me of a lot of like PS2 era full CGI cinematics. I know there are Ghost in the Shell video games from the PS2 era, and maybe I should check them out after this anime. It is a time when even if nets were to guide all consciousness that had been converted to photons and electrons. Oh, come on. How am I supposed to read that? It's some philosophical shit that I would not understand. Let's be real. Hey, this looks like one of the scenes that was in the intro. And now in 2D. I don't know what it is, but this style of anime always stood out to me. Like with the level of detail. Ow. Alright. Already broke his arm. Right off the rip. Ooh! Oh! Right in the shin.
There's no hope for justice in our system now.
Straighten up your own act before whining about the world. Or if that's too much, wear a blindfold, zip your mouth, and live in a cave. Bato, you copy that?
It's the cyberpunk aspects, like the ability to just kind of talk to each other walkie-talkie style without, like, through the mind, as well as just the cybernetic enhancements that a lot of these characters have. This also might be why, like, Cyberpunk 2077, when it was first announced and like talked about, really kind of had me interested, because it had me thinking of this anime.
We have reason to believe that the patrons who are being held are the Minister of Foreign Affairs and his personal secretary, as well as the chief of the Ministers'
Nice of them to save their budget by just having a static shot pan across with the mouse off screen. That is 100% a budget saving
and according to
measure.
the hostess who was able to get away.
And that reminds me of the data links in Cyberpunk.
That explains the interference I picked
That
up
little
when I was
blue robot in the
listening on
back is called a
sleeper team.
Tachikoma. It might be its name, but those things are fucking cool looking. I believe they make like action figures and models that you can fit a major Kusanagi, who's this. I do remember at certain points in the show, Major would actually be inside one of those robots.
Ready when you are.
Who's ever controlling the geisha robots ought to be nearby. Don't shoot the power transformer.
Geisha robots,
I'll
that
upload a
sounds
virus before he can wipe the evidence.
hella interesting. Fuck, camouflage, holy shit. This soundtrack's interesting. That old dude's about to lose his neck. Invisible, but not 100% silent. Damn! That is a hell of a shot, both like artistic shot and her ability to shoot. Damn, did you figure out where he was?
Music to my ears.
Nah, like the
Talk us out
vibe
of
of this
alive.
show is just immaculate. I do enjoy how the show's really just getting into the action and letting it explain itself by showing how this world operates. Fast as fuck, boy! He's faster than my car. Good job, Bato.
No. Huh?
Self-destruct, huh? He's being controlled by someone else. Interesting.
I think he broke.
You dropped the ball. That's not like you.
I really blew it this time.
Kubota, if you don't mind, I'll have my section look into the matter.
I do find it interesting that it's setting up, or at least introducing, political espionage and intrigue, and that there's some kind of nefarious politics going on, even though we don't have any evidence for it. But the idea that this is going to be a major plot line, or at least parts of the show will involve a little bit more politicking in addition to the action it's already showing us. They're showing us a lot by just having the characters do what they do. You're learning their dynamics by them showing it instead of being explained. I'm good he didn't die. It means I can get some info off of him.
Thanks to him, I'm a laughingstock.
He tried, Bato, but that doesn't help the investigation.
If you've got the time to be depressed, why not grace us with your special talents?
Damn, let him be depressed. At least find him some therapy if you're gonna knock on him for it. From what I remember, Togusa is 100% normal human. No enhancements, no cybernetics, nothing. And that's kind of what makes him unique within this special team known as Section 9, who operates outside and somewhat in tandem with the police and military, but are more of a cybernetics, cybercrime division, which is really interesting.
There's a new place near here that has superb shrimp. You care to join me?
Another time, thanks.
You know, I'm not much of a seafood person, so I can understand the director's
waiting for you.
motives.
And there's some footage taken by security cameras inside the restaurant that's bothering me.
Oh shit, I gotta rewind that. There was a very subtle animation detail I don't think a lot of shows would do anymore. When he sits down in this car, you can see the car actually shift. I don't think many shows would do that anymore. That's fucking awesome.
This next footage shows the minister and a geisha going into the restroom.
With a geisha?
He wanted that robot sucky.
Occasionally likes to swap bodies with him when he's drunk.
Oh. That's weird. So he might have been a geisha.
There comes the secretary, who's obviously become a bit worried.
That is a little worried. The minister, a robot, and an
Right here. That's when she was attacked.
assistant comes in. Whoa, from behind too. You get the feeling the minister was in a geisha body when the geishas got shot or hacked, and that might have been part of the guy who hacked them's plan.
Can you walk, Minister?
Yes, we owe you our lives. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think that's the minister. If I had a hazard to guess, they're kind of hinting and pointing out that guy's in the minister's body right now.
Are you following yet?
The secretary walked into the restroom during the switch, which explains why she was attacked.
Ishikawa!
Yeah, someone's hijacked the minister's body.
Kubota,
The minister just left for the Ichinose report.
Ah,
And
shit.
was accompanied by the people from the NAIPA.
Nah, I just love the dynamic and intrigue and the play of everything.
I'm sorry, sir. The private plane will be about 15 minutes late due to sudden unseasonable weather.
Very well.
Your plane is now the Section 9 helicopter, and you're about to get arrestitized. Reminds me, I wonder if the Fallout 4 Helibird is based on that helicopter. He looks like he's about to short circuit trying to decode that.
The plane arrived. Will embark shortly.
He look angry as fuck. Also, I wish I had eyes that could read digitized shit like that instantly.
Thanks for saving my life. And what can I do for you today?
You're under arrest.
I came out here in order to deliver this.
And what is
I like how they're doing it very subtly and very, very covert.
On whose authority?
His.
On that of the Prime Minister and the board
Prime Minister
members
would
of the ruling
be
body.
capable.
You may verify it for yourself.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Dog, you got
Don't move.
every bit of
He
fucking
is not the man
gunpowder
you're supposed
pointed
to be
at you.
protecting.
Is that the minister's real brander? Sure is.
Chief, we've secured the brain case.
Take him away.
Get got. Get fucking got. I love how cohesive this all looks. So this shot for me is why I love this era of animation in anime. So here we have like the pre-painted background of the buildings and the trees and the grass in the front. But we also have these cars in the middle that are full 3D renderings that have been cel shaded. And then a little bit to the left of the car road, we have a small grouping of people that are done with the traditional like hand-drawn method. But nowadays I feel like when they have like a 3D element in an anime, like a giant mech suit or a giant kaiju monster, you know it's 3D just by the way it moves differently than the 2D elements. And then this, yes, you can kind of tell, but the way they do it feels so much more integrated and like just coherent visually, and it's satisfying to me. Not to mention the level of detail feels higher, and it just might be that when you have these 2D elements drawn on real paper, animated by hand, you have that texture of the paper. A lot of animations now are done digitally, and you can tell by how clean the colors are. And sure, there are a lot of animations and animes and cartoons that look fantastic done completely digitally, but there are some that just kind of don't do enough to feel satisfying to my eyes personally.
And the minister's jet, for some reason, was delayed even though the weather was clear as a bell.
Well, that's Section 9 for you.
That's some damn pull. That's some damn good pulling power. That is a hell of a first episode to start with. Now I get the feeling the episode I fucking might have watched last year might not have been the correct first episode. And it was nice to have a fully contained like story arc from start to finish. What am I missing? Okay, so they are all called Tachikomas. And yes, that is their voice, and I do remember that. Oral? In this economy?
What kind of oil are you guys on? None of you know what you're saying.
What kind of oil are you guys on?
We're equipped. Perhaps the Major tells us not to chatter because she doesn't want us to find out what that is.
What the fuck did I just witness at the end of that one? First episode, really loved how they just hopped into the action. They really just kind of set up these characters' dynamics. Once again, by just showing us the way the world works, the way people are operating. And it was just a fun first episode to really just introduce characters, introduce concepts, and introduce what it is by giving us a, you know, fully contained arc within the first episode. Now I'm wondering, and I'm probably going to bet that things from this episode might come up later on as we get farther on, and might have a bunch of callbacks to things that have happened previously. Because from what I know is that this show is 52 episodes that are split into 2 seasons of 26 episodes, and they call the second half / season 2 second gig. And I'm wondering if these episodes are one full arc or if they are individual stories per episode. Let's get on to episode 2. The groove in the background is very techno-y, very like fucking going at it, and it just grooves so hard for me with these like clean like angelic vocals going on over top. It's a really interesting juxtaposition. I was about to say, are we in the fucking Biodome? Insert Biodome movie poster, but no, it looks like it might be a Tachikoma testing ground. Oh, you got a rogue Tachikoma. Dude's about to get fucking splattered, ain't he? I don't know if it's that kind of show, but I kind of want it to be. Oh, he's about to get, yeah. Guys, go get some new pants. I will say this show is doing a great job already. Two episodes in, showing like kind of the dangers and pitfalls of a cybernetically linked world where like things could get fucking hacked left and right because it's the like just airwave transmissions of everything.
I hope this is what you really wanted, Kago.
I just got hit with a brain blast. I don't remember this episode. I can already tell you that. But I just got hit with a brain blast because this guy's just looking at this said guy's name. And my brain goes instantly. For some reason, I feel like I might remember this one little fucking detail. Might be his brother, it might be his friend. He put it in that robot. Someone's consciousness life has been put in that robot and he's taken control. It's not been hacked. Someone's consciousness is in that fucking robot.
In other words, you have no quirks out of the ordinary.
Quirks?
This Tachikoma is like Deku. It has no quirks.
Have I got a treat for you?
Bato, are you making Whoa. Whoa, he's basically giving this fucking robot drugs with natural oil? That's fucked. Bato straight up.
We have a report that 36
giving
minutes
kids
ago, a new multi-tank
drugs.
Tank went berserk at the
Kids don't do
Heavy
drugs.
Industries the tank's designer, who died a week ago.
Yep.
No claims of responsibility
Yep,
or
his
demands have been
consciousness
made.
is in there.
It implies the possibility of terrorism. That's why the Ministry of
I mean,
Home Affairs
fair
requested
enough
from Section
assumption when a new prototype tank goes AWOL that it's bioterrorism or terrorism.
9. The Slobs will only offer their support if terrorists
offering
claim
a scapegoat.
responsibility.
Let you tell him, Major. Bring it on!
Major, the tank appears to be changing course and leaving
Those
High
tanks are too
Academy.
fucking adorable. Oh no. Oh, because it's the tank's engineer in there. It's going back to his family's house. He's got a kid. Why is it all coming back to me as one of the few things I remember?
Boma and Saito, you go on ahead and prepare for
God damn
intercept
it.
on the Harima Techno line. Set up a
It's
sniper
like a
point and
sleeper
stop it
agent
where it can
memory.
cause minimal damage.
Fuck.
Togasa, you
All
meet
right.
up with the chief at Kenbishi.
The Major gets mad when we chatter.
Why would the Major get mad? You're all fucking adorable. That blockade ain't gonna stop shit.
I'm Major
Hi, Major.
Kusanagi from Section 9. Give me a status report.
Commander! Huh?
We got a visual. It's just gonna launch a fucking shell at him.
So far, it's only destroyed the same type of tank, which means that it probably won't open fire. Commander, clear your men from the road. We'll take it
That
from
might be
here.
folly. I don't know if that is a safe assumption, but that is a big mofo.
I didn't think Section 9 really existed.
No, they exist all right.
I've checked 20 of 23 potential terrorist organizations, but no luck. None of them are calling dibs on this one.
Yeah, because it's not a terrorist organization. It's the thing's engineer in there. I feel like the reason this engineer died is that the company wanted to take all of the credit, or not credit per se, but control over this invention or technology and not pay him. And so they might have killed him. That just might be pure conjecture because that part I don't remember. Damn, getting the spec sheet. Let's go.
That's everything, I assume?
Yes.
I didn't like the hesitant yes.
So we just wasted the day staring at the huge ass of a tank.
Yeah, you did. Just like I wasted time watching Kermit the Frog's ass in the Macy's Day Parade. You will get no context on that. God damn, he's got his own rangefinder and magnetic, like,
Stand clear.
Not yet.
digitized scope. That's fucking dope.
Now linked with satellite. Major.
Satellite targeting? It dodged one. I don't think a second one's gonna help.
What happened?
What, in the Fish Island shot?
Maybe it's in a hurry to get someplace.
Robot, go home. Nah, the music's getting ominous.
Shikamachi's clearing out.
How we handle this depends on which way he goes with the fork in the road.
These Fish Island shots are so interesting because they remind me of how like they do the Iron Man shots in the Marvel movies, but with a more interesting visual behind it.
Years developing the HAW-206.
Yeah, more Fish Island thing.
Is your sawed-off police force going to cover the losses this organization
It's an
will
interesting artistic choice.
Making a product demonstration that's the worst ever seen by mankind. You want that?
Spitting facts.
Or could it be that there's something preventing you from talking about it?
Yeah, so Togusa in his human element is why he's on the team. Dodge! No! Not a Tachikoma! What the fuck is up with these robots?
Tell them that if we blast it, we may end up bringing down a bridge that costs 4 times more than their precious tank.
Well,
you know, that's a pretty good incentive to say something.
In the event of laser guidance, it sends out decoy beams and diverts the missile. With
Interesting. That is a hell of a defense system.
Person guiding it with a 90% success rate and sending the missile back at him.
Whoa! Don't pull the trigger.
Material if you're Have you identified the pilot?
It's Takeshi Kago.
Kago? But he's
Chicago's dead, yeah.
The man passed away about a week ago.
Yeah, so I've heard.
But the tank is heading for the home of Takeshi Kago's parents.
Oh, his parents, not his family. But I mean, yes, family, but not a kid. So I didn't remember it 100%.
But he was born physically frail, and his doctor said that without
Oh, so he blames his parents for his frailty?
He wouldn't live to see his 20th birthday. Essentially, it was his drive for developing the tank that kept him alive until the age of 20.
Okay, you know, I can understand resentment to his
grew up
parents.
Under similar circumstances, but
why is he so vindictive toward his...
Okay, there's been so many horny shots of the Major within the first 2 episodes. The highly pressed Tibbies being front and center in that last shot of her felt unnecessary. I mean, it is fan service, but come on. Holy shite! He really going in to fuck murder the shit out of them.
Lives haven't been lost yet.
It's going to happen though. Yeah, this would be hella bad PR. You know, when capitalism fails, that's when people care. Come on, little guys, you got it. Oh, fuck. That is a hell of a shell.
Like physical attacks are useless.
How would you even hook up to it anyway?
I've got to at least give it a shot.
No. What did I say a couple minutes ago? Horny. Horny jail. It's one way to open the door. Open the yatch.
It's no use.
She's already committed. That's a fucking rocket launcher. A goo launcher. That is a hella interesting weaponry. Yeah, it's not working.
A booby trap, you figure?
It's probably okay, but just to be
Booby.
safe.
Yeah, they know it's their kid. Ah, fuck.
Damn it.
Is he actually gonna pull the trigger? Is Major gonna do something? You gonna chat with him real quick? Oh, those are real photos. Those weren't animated photos or drawn ones. Those are real fucking photos.
Did she stop it?
So I think what happened there, as kind of got explained by the weird ass like conversation with Tachikomas at the end of the first episode, is that the data link, you can instantly understand someone by visual concepts that are shared instantaneously between people. And I think that was kind of them showing it in action of how that looks and kind of could feel. My opinion is that what's his name? I can't remember it. In Major had basically a quick, like an instantaneous conversation, and Major probably being the first person to see what he's gone through, his thoughts and emotions, and understand him, like truly understand the way he's felt his entire life. And I think that might have potentially stopped him or slowed him.
It was very strange.
Pride in his work?
Feeling of neither pride nor
No,
vengeance.
not pride.
It was just something you probably imagined.
Well, I hope you're right. There's no way we'll ever know for sure now.
Yeah, it seems like the way the show's set up is, for now at least, it's a standalone episode. I'm gonna assume at some point we get a much larger arc once we get these characters established and really get to know them. Then I think they'll start expanding the depth, length, and kind of just scope of these stories later on in the show. That's my guess, at least. But no, 2 episodes in and we get a really cool just world that I'm just loving, and its existence for what it is in the action, kind of even though this didn't really feel like the most thought-provoking kind of episode you potentially could have in a show like this, it is still starting to touch on those concepts of like the frailty of humanity, like resentment against religion that has been forced upon you by your parents, feeling limited by the constraints placed on you that are outside of your control, and feeling that resentment of those feelings and whatnot, and what it could do to someone. Are we getting one of these after every episode?
I'm back! Listen! Let's see here. While you were gone, we were all ordered out on a call by the Major. The destination...
Damn!
Furthermore, in order
Got
to
left
utilize words in a
behind.
positive manner, we wrote you this note. Maybe that's what's causing my anger circuit to be stimulated. My self-diagnostic
Your anger
programming
circuit
is
has been
asymmetric.
stimulated.
Huh?
That is the sentence.
You've gotta be kidding.
Okay, that is an adorable way to end an episode, though. All right, so yeah, that is 2 episodes down. Very interesting world, and while I don't remember everything that I saw as a kid, there are definitely moments I go, I think I remember that, or I think I've seen this frame or this scene before. But these characters are definitely something that have lived in my head for so long, and finally getting a better picture of who they really are and what they're like and their dynamics between one another is really fun. And I'm excited to see this show try to take larger arcs, and maybe we don't ever get that. Maybe it just stays these one-off episodes all the time, but I get the feeling we'll start to get more larger view, larger topics, bigger scale episodes down the road, because it is the first 2 episodes. You got to establish the rules of the world and the world we live in before you can really start to expand and challenge the world and its views and life as it is represented. And I feel like this show really could tackle a lot of like philosophical questions of life in a world like this, where cybernetics and AI and all this are such prevalent pieces of the world. That is going to be it for this episode of my reaction. I appreciate you watching, and if you enjoyed this reaction and had a good time, please comment, like, and subscribe. I do stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/Nedaula. So until next time, bye.